Hello and welcome to another Tri-tutors video. In today's video we're going to be looking at some exam style questions on the poem Talk to the Peach Tree. So please remember that before you attempt this questions video, I would definitely recommend that you watch 3 other videos beforehand. Firstly, the scene poetry video I recorded a couple of years ago. That's really important in terms of knowing how to study scene poetry and how to answer the questions. Secondly, I would advise that you watch the line-by-line analysis that I have on the poem Talk to the Peach Tree so that you are prepared to answer these questions. And lastly, if you could watch the video that I made on the poem Solitude, on the questions for the poem Solitude, that would be extremely helpful because in that introduction I've explained in a bit more detail how to answer poetry questions in an exam setting. So I'm not even going to read the poem, I assume that you've studied it at this point. Let's get into the questions. Question 1. Refer to the title. Explain the significance of the symbol of a peach tree. 3 marks. So there's quite a bit to explain here. My hint here is to explain a peach tree, but also to link it to the theme or the message of this poem or the context. Question 2. Refer to stanzas 4 and 5. Account for the indentation. Nice, easy 2-mark question. Question 3. Refer to line 13. Explain the imagery of the rubbish heap. 3 marks. So you've got to explain what a rubbish heap could represent and what its use here, why its use is significant. Question 4. Refer to the final stanza. To whom does the speaker refer when he remarks on the devil himself? So a 2-mark question explaining who the devil himself is and how we know that. So I would encourage you to pause the video here to give these questions a go, to try and answer them yourself, and then resume the video when you're ready to mark. I hope that you gave the questions a go. Let's get into marking. As always, no one's going to get the same answer as anyone else for English. That's the beauty of English. So look at these model answers and just try and pick up on the key elements that I've included, how I've answered every single part of the question, and how long the question is to fit the mark allocation. How long the answer is to fit the mark allocation, I mean. Question 1. Refer to the title. Explain the significance of the symbol of a peach tree. A peach tree is symbolic of family roots. A peach tree is privy to its own space and requires sunlight and water to grow and bear fruit. It thus symbolizes the aspiration of African people under the oppression of apartheid, as they were denied their own land and a stable place to grow and succeed. Question 2. Refer to stanzas 4 and 5. Account for the indentation. The indentation shows a break in the poem's message as the speaker makes comments regarding his cynical perspective of words and negotiations, which seem to have lost their meaning, before resuming his invitation for people to talk about the way the new South Africa should be. So if you notice the indentation of these lines, as I discussed in the video on Talk to the Peach Tree, is he's talking a lot about let's talk, and then stanzas 4 and 5 is a break from that. It's a completely different tone and a completely different message. It's the writer's personal aside. Question 3. Refer to line 13. Explain the imagery of the rubbish heap. A rubbish heap has negative connotations and refers to how the apartheid regime treated African people like rubbish. This imagery thus emphasizes the dehumanizing effect of apartheid and the urgency of the message the speaker shares. The negotiation should include statements from every part of society to ensure the inclusivity of a new South Africa. The notice here, when you're explaining imagery or when you're explaining a figure of speech, always go and include the theme or the message of the poem because it usually is emphasizing that theme or message. Refer to the final stanza. To whom does the speaker refer when he remarks on the devil himself? The devil himself refers to the apartheid government. The speaker says that we should address the devil as they are the ones responsible for the inequality and tragedy of apartheid, which the speaker hopes will soon be over. Thank you for watching. I hope that you found this video helpful. I'll see you in the next one.